What's going on, Raider Nation? It's your boy Rare John coming at you with another video. Raiders win. Oh man, I was there. If any of you guys caught the last video I posted, that was my experience. The trip there, going through the parking lot, going to the game, watching the game, the after reaction to the game. I tried to catch the last play of the game and I missed it by that much. And oh man, I was so disappointed, but I was happy. I was excited, and I went nuts when it happened. So it was crazy, man. It was a good experience, man. I enjoyed every minute of it. Even when we were losing, I just felt like my team was actually playing to win the game. They were actually putting forth the effort to make me a proud fan. So I was happy. I was enjoying the entire game. It was a good game, guys. Now, first off, I want to say thank you to Reggie McKenzie for all that he's done for this organization. He's been fired. He was just relieved of his duties this morning, I believe. Reggie McKenzie, he took us out of cap hell, guys. He actually brought this franchise to a respectable level. First time we went back to the playoffs in like 13, 14 years, and it was because of his draft picks and because of the way he set up contracts and the way he brought players in and the caliber of players he brought in. So one thing I will always remember about Reggie McKenzie is he always found that diamond in the rough. He always found that undrafted free agent every year that showed up for this team. So I'm gonna miss that. So hats off to him for doing what he did with this franchise. Not many people could have. Not many people wanted that job, and he took it and he ran with it and he made it into something acceptable, respectable. So thank you, Reggie McKenzie, for all that. All right, let's get to this game, guys. This was a wild one, man. Man, there's so many things about this game I want to talk about. First off, let's just get this fucking big ass black and white elephant out of the room. Referees suck ass in this game. I mean, they were horrible. They were horrible. Yes, don't get me wrong. The Raiders deserved a few penalties. The 3 face masks that they got called was fucking ridiculous, and they were blatant and obvious. The Raiders deserved those penalties for sure. But some of these other motherfucking penalties that came up, total bullshit. Total fucking bullshit. I mean, there was an unnecessary roughness call on the quarterback coming out. He was still in bounds. Was never left out of bounds. Never went off to the sideline. Was still in bounds when he got pushed. He got pushed and rolled like a little bitch, and then they throw a flag. That was fucking bullshit. Juju Smith stepped out of bounds, which, if you guys know the rule book, the moment a receiver steps out of bounds, they are not able to catch the ball. They cannot be the first fucking person to catch the ball. There is fucking cameras everywhere, and you're telling me that the only view that you got is from this angle where you can't tell whether he stepped out of bounds or not? That's total fucking bullshit. And obvious he did step out of bounds, and he shouldn't have got that completion. There was another call where Watt was called for being held, which was bullshit because he slipped. Yeah, and then there was a play there at the end, which Cook was being held. Wasn't even called on that. There's just plays that I know if it was a Raider doing it, they would have been called. And it was fucking bullshit. Then the refs totally proved that they hate the Raiders, that they do not like us, and that they don't give a fuck how obvious that they are fucking us over. They're still going to do it. There was a play. Derek Carr fumbled the ball. It was obvious. I'm not going to front. When I first seen it in the stands, I thought it wasn't a fumble. I thought he was pushing the ball forward. That should count as a forward pass. I was wrong. He lost control of the ball. The ball lost control before he left his fingertips. It was a fumble. I'll admit it. It was a fumble. The refs got that right. However, the same fucking play happened and the same scenario happened, yet it didn't go our way. And I'm talking about, you could do the plays side by fucking side. It was totally obvious that was a fucking fumble. And the refs yeah, fuck you, Raiders, and just gave it to him. That was total bullshit. Don't even be started on that. It was fucking nonsense. I was like, what the fuck, you know? That's some bullshit. They stole Arden Key's first strip sack. That's bullshit, man. Like I said, refs, fuck them. They were total fucking bullshit in this game. Okay, let's get on to the players, guys. Defensively, Raiders showed up real well in this game defensively. Garyon Conley balled out. He had a nice tip drill again with the ball, caused another interception. Whitehead came around, caught it. Whitehead balled out too. Sideline to sideline. Him and Morrow were just going across from each other, making tackles and making plays. Solid defense. Linebackers actually stepped up in this game a lot. Carlos Joseph, I like his coverage skills. They've been improving, but he really needs some stickum, man. He needs to put some stickum on his hands because he keeps jumping the route, getting his hands on the freaking interception and dropping it. He gets both hands almost every time. I think that's like the 5th time this year he has almost got an interception. Yeah, he just this freaking close. And I mean, like, the ball's right here and like that freaking close. It's irritating. It's frustrating, but you know, it happens. Brandon Parker, I like him. He's actually, not bad. He's horrible. He kind of reminds me of a Khalif Barnes, causing a lot of penalties, but he does his job for the most part. Frustrates you, but he does his job for the most part. Get you like, oh, for God's sakes, you again? Why you keep doing that? But, he does his job for the most part. However, I was watching the replays today, and they pointed out something that I think is a very bad thing about Brandon Parker. He has a very distinctive blocking stance. And when he's going to, block a run block, and when he's going to do a pass block, he has 2 different stances that he gets in. And literally, the defense can read that shit. They see, oh, he's standing this way, it's going to be a run. Oh, he's standing that way, it's going to be a pass. And the announcer was showing me this, and I was like, wow. And he was calling it. Every single time he got in a certain stance, this is a run. Every single time he got in a fucking blocking stance, this is a pass. He needs to fix that shit. Coaches need to coach that shit up, make sure he covers that shit up, or use it to your advantage to the point where they think that it's going to be a pass, and then you can go run, make a big ass play off of it. I don't care. Just figure it out. Yo, Steeler fans, check this out. Y'all want to blame everything on your kicker? Okay, go for it. Y'all want to blame everything on your fucking backup quarterback? Okay, go for it. Y'all want to blame your coach? Go for it. But in my opinion, who you should blame is your 7th ranked defense that got picked apart by Derek Carr. I mean, if you want to get real about it, he whooped your ass. The dude was 25 of 34, 322 yards and 2 touchdowns. He balled out. By the way, after that win, that's his 8th straight game without throwing an interception. Also, his 16th game-winning drive. This kid got skills, man. Y'all want to hate on him. A lot of fans want him gone. I'm a Carr supporter. I've already said this since the get. I hope we stick with him. If we don't, I'm still a Raider fan first. But at the end of the day, guys, he balled out in this game. The only touchdowns he scored today were with blocking tight ends. Yeah. This emergence of the blocking tight end catching a touchdown is becoming a reoccurrence, and I got to get used to it. It's just weird watching Lee Smith catch a touchdown. It's weird watching Derek Carrier catch a touchdown. Both these guys are known for, being beasts in the trenches and just pushing motherfuckers. And they catching touchdowns now. So, man, you got to account for everybody on the field when it comes to playing Derek Carr. He was passing the ball around like crazy. He passed the ball to 7 different receivers. Derek Carrier not only caught a touchdown, he also got 3 receptions for 29 yards. And then it stopped there. Man, he was spreading the ball out. Jared Cook, Jared Cook, balling out again. 7 receptions, 116 yards. just moving the damn chains. Man just kept moving the chains, getting us first down after first down. And then if it wasn't him getting the first down, you know, Jordy Nelson stepped up. 6 receptions, 48 yards. And then he moved on. He moved on to Seth Robertson, 5 receptions for 76 yards. Then he moved on to Aikman, 3 receptions, 45 yards. Like, he was just spreading the ball out. He was just getting rid of it. You know, Doug Martin didn't have that good of a day. 16 carries for only 32 yards, but he did get a touchdown out of one of those yards. So that's great. He actually jumped the pile, man. That was he's actually really good at that, you know, jumping the pile. As long as you get him, you know, a little bit of a gap, he'll get in there. So that's good to see. Our offense has been stepping it up as of late. Now, if we could just be more consistent with this, I think we'll be okay. But I'm hoping to win out the season, guys. I know a lot of you don't like to hear that. A lot of y'all want to, you know, tank for the #1 pick. I don't give a fuck about the #1 pick, guys. I give a fuck about wins and losses. That's all I care about, guys. I worry about the draft and the offseason. If we get, you know, a high draft pick, okay, so be it. But I think we should get what we earned. So, just my opinion. Fuck the #1 draft pick. I'm not for it. Let's go Raiders. Let's get this. All right, guys. Like, comment, subscribe. You know the drill. Go Raiders.